After 2 search and rescue attempts, Albany Fire Department did not find the man who's believed to be living here in apartment B. That's the closest apartment to us. A carton of Newport cigarettes were stolen from this gas station. You can see here the door has been busted out with a large rock that is about 9 feet inside the door. The glass has all been cleaned up. If the driver did not see the school bus there at the last minute, jackknife turn and again hit right there at one of those beams. Now, this is a logging truck, and in any instance where a school bus is involved, the trucks are under inspection. Now, although this home has been vacant for about a month, it did have power, and early indicators are that this was an electrical fire, where a man was taken to the hospital this morning. We don't have any of his injuries confirmed, but we do know he suffered multiple injuries. Now, let's rewind a little bit to earlier this morning. The man, again, was injured, banged on the door at 110 East Road here for help. When college campuses here in Albany are quiet this time of year. Many students have gone home for summer vacation, and the class of 2013 has accepted its diploma. But now that these grads are out in the working world, will they stay here in Albany?
I literally apply every single states, not every single states, but a couple in California, a couple in New York, a couple in Maryland, a lot in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sean is a senior at ASU. He came to Georgia from South Korea in high school. After taking classes at Georgia Southwestern, Darton, and now Albany State, he's graduating this summer with a degree in business management, a common field of study at ASU. Many students at ASU are like Sean. No, they aren't all from other countries, but 81% of them are from outside the South Georgia area, and they will be looking for jobs.
Many of our students relocate, and we encourage that simply because our students must be mobile and must go to the jobs.
So we reached out to major employers in the area: Phoebe Putney Health Systems, Mars Snack Food, Miller Coors, and Procter & Gamble to find out if they hired local grads. Mars and Miller wouldn't comment on the issue. Procter & Gamble said in an email they haven't hired in more than 5 years, but they have employees from all 3 local schools. Phoebe said they don't keep track of what schools they hire from, but it's not just people in the medical field who make a hospital work. And a recent nationwide trend has been for healthcare organizations to acquire practices, taking over logistics of running an office.
It's because those groups came to Phoebe and said, hey, we want your help. We want you to help run our business for us so we can be good at what we're good at, and that's being a doctor.
As for nurses, Darton says 70% of nurses and healthcare workers in the Albany area and surrounding counties were at one time Darton College students.
It's a win for both the community and our institution to have nurses and healthcare workers in our area that graduate here, live here, and are able to stay here and go directly to work.
Although nursing is the only 4-year degree at Darton, they're looking to add similar programs in the years to come and pump more employees into the local area. 90% of Albany Tech students stay in about a 60-mile radius of the Albany area.
A lot of the programs here at Albany Tech are actually focused on the needs of our employers in Albany and surrounding areas.
In order to supply a workforce with college grads, there needs to be a demand for employees, which means it all goes back to having jobs available here in the community.
Wherever the money lies, wherever the people need me, wherever that I can brush up my skills, that can make me a better being or be more successful, then yeah, that's where I'll be.
Melanie Kendall, Fox 31 News. Water comes in many forms. Here in Southwest Georgia, no matter the form, it's 99.9% pure straight from the ground.
We are built over lime caverns. The lime caverns act as a natural filter system.
When you turn on the faucet, water comes out, but it first travels through hundreds of miles of pipelines supplied by the city. Cities can get that water 2 ways, from surface water like a river or from deep underground in an aquifer, which is what we do here in Albany.
Well, Floridian aquifer is just sort of like a subterranean lake.
Because of Albany's low elevation, water from surrounding areas trickles down and stops here. The earth acts as somewhat of a backwards Brita filter, cleaning out impurities during the water's trip.
Rock is very porous, so as it gets pushed up through the rock, from our wells, it's being cleaned.
Here in Albany, water's 99.9% pure. So what makes up that 0.1%? Well, as water travels through the underground rivers and cities' pipes, it collects minerals and trace amounts of carbon, nitrates, lead, and copper.
There's no amount of anything in there that's near what the federal guidelines allow.
Water, gas, and light also adds chlorine to kill any germs that water gets traveling through the pipes, and fluoride to protect our teeth. Well, that's good for you and me. It's not good for aquatic life.
It's enough to kill a fish. This is not bad for humans. It's not to that level, but it's something that we need to remove in our case here for these animals.
The River Aquarium will use water, gas, and light water until it can build its own well and get that 99.9% pure groundwater.
But the pure water coming out of that ground is good for these fish in so many ways, as opposed to even the river water. There's no microorganisms that are detrimental to them, you know, no parasites, no anything. It's just coming out pure filtered water.
Not only is our water good for drinking and aquatic life, it's good for making beer too. In fact, Miller Coors is here mostly because of the water.
It's good, clean, pure water, comes right out of the ground. You can drink it. Most people do.
After the beer making process, Miller Coors can't pump that water back into the ground, so they clean it and add it to the Flint River.
The water is very high quality when it goes back in the Flint, so not only does it add water to the river in times of a drought when it's needed by the animals and plants that live there, but it's also a very high quality.
All the water in the world right now is all we're ever going to get. But enjoy a nice glass of South Georgia water, knowing you're drinking some of the best water in the world. Melanie Kendall, Fox 31 News.